There's a strange kind of power most people never understand. It doesn't appear when you speak louder. It doesn't show up when you explain yourself again. It only reveals itself after you're gone. When your messages stop, when your availability disappears, when your energy is no longer free. That's when people pause. That's when they replay conversations. That's when they realize something shifted. Not because you punished them, not because you demanded respect, but because your presence was quietly holding more weight than they admitted. Stoicism teaches this uncomfortable truth. Power isn't proven by staying. It's revealed by withdrawing with dignity. If you are taken for granted, your absence will speak a language your words never could. And the moment you stop chasing is the moment the balance changes. Why absence is more powerful than confrontation. Most people believe power comes from confrontation, from speaking up, from correcting others when they cross a line. But confrontation keeps you engaged, it keeps you explaining, and explanation keeps you available. Stoicism teaches the opposite. True power appears when you no longer react, when you stop negotiating your worth through words. Confrontation feeds conflict. Absence creates contrast. When you argue, you stay predictable. When you withdraw calmly, you become uncertain, and uncertainty carries weight. People rarely reflect while you're present. They reflect when your presence is removed. Absence forces a question confrontation never can. Why did this person stop giving access? You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need the last word. Distance delivers the message with far more authority. Attitude 1. Emotional self-sufficiency. Emotional self-sufficiency is the foundation of quiet power. Most people depend on others to regulate how they feel. They need reassurance, attention, or reaction to feel stable. A Stoic man learns to generate his own emotional order. He doesn't outsource his calm. He doesn't hand his peace to someone else's behavior. When you stop needing validation, something shifts. Your presence becomes optional, not desperate. And when something is optional, it carries weight. People feel your absence not because you disappeared, but because you no longer needed them to feel whole. Dependence invites familiarity. Self-sufficiency creates gravity. When your emotions belong to you alone, your silence starts saying more than your explanations ever could. Attitude 2. Calm boundary enforcement. Most people announce their boundaries. They explain them. They argue when those boundaries are crossed. A Stoic does something different. He enforces boundaries without noise. No warnings, no emotional speeches, just a quiet change in access. When respect drops, presence reduces. When patterns repeat, availability disappears. This calm enforcement is unsettling, not because it's aggressive, but because it removes certainty. People expect resistance. They don't expect silence followed by distance. Boundaries explained can be debated. Boundaries enforced cannot. When you stop talking and start adjusting your presence, others feel your absence as consequence, not conflict. Attitude 3. No emotional negotiation. Most people try to bargain with their emotions. They explain how they feel, hoping it will change behavior. They negotiate respect through vulnerability. A Stoic refuses this exchange. He understands that value is not discussed. It is either recognized or withdrawn. Emotional negotiation keeps you engaged in circles. It invites excuses, promises, and temporary change. But it never restores balance. When you stop pleading to be understood, you remove the leverage others had over you. Silence ends the negotiation. Distance closes the discussion. People feel your absence most when they realize there's nothing left to argue about. The moment emotions stop being a bargaining chip, authority quietly returns to where it belongs. Attitude: productive withdrawal. Withdrawal is often mistaken for weakness, for avoidance, for running away. Stoicism defines it differently. Productive withdrawal is not escape. It is reallocation of energy. Instead of staying where you're diminished, you redirect focus toward discipline, work, and inner order. You build where you were once drained. This kind of absence has weight. Because it's filled, not empty. People don't feel it immediately. They feel it over time. When your attention is no longer available and your life keeps moving forward without them. Silence backed by progress creates gravity, not because you left, but because you left with purpose. Attitude 5. Indifference to outcomes. This attitude separates true strength from hidden need. Most people withdraw, hoping for a reaction. They want regret. They want pursuit. A Stoic wants neither. Indifference to outcomes means you no longer measure your worth by whether someone returns, apologizes, or understands. Your decision is complete the moment you make it. This is where power stabilizes, because nothing pulls you back. Paradoxically, this is when absence becomes most noticeable. Not because you're trying to be missed, but because you're no longer waiting. When there is nothing to gain, there is nothing to manipulate. And when your calm doesn't depend on results, others finally feel what they've lost. Attitude 6. Quiet consistency. Many people disappear dramatically, then return impulsively. They withdraw, reappear, explain, and repeat the cycle. This creates noise, not power. Stoic absence is different. It is steady. It is consistent. Once a boundary is enforced, it remains. Not out of stubbornness, but out of self-respect. Quiet consistency removes hope of manipulation. There is no reaction to provoke, no opening to exploit. Over time, this steadiness creates psychological weight. People stop expecting access. They stop testing limits. Not because you announced anything, but because your behavior never contradicted itself. Consistency turns absence into authority. Absence is the language of self-respect. Absence is not a tactic. It is the natural result of inner order. You don't withdraw to punish. You don't disappear to be noticed. You step back because your standards no longer allow chaos. When you stop chasing, explaining, and negotiating, something fundamental changes. Your energy returns to you. Whether others regret it or not is irrelevant. Whether they return or not doesn't matter. What matters is this: you are no longer available at a discount. Stoicism is not about coldness. It is about clarity. Clarity about what you allow. Clarity about where your peace belongs. And when your presence is guided by self-respect, your absence becomes unavoidable. Not loud, not dramatic, just quietly final.